an important thing to know is the actual amount of calories in food. And this is honestly a dieting hack. So if you can master this and truly appreciate how many calories are in all the foods you consume, you will be basically invincible in dieting, gaining weight, everything you can do. So the importance of calorie calculating is that literally everything at the end of the day comes down to calories, okay? So you need to strictly understand that when it comes to gaining weight, you need to be eating more calories every single day than you burn. Losing weight's the complete opposite. Now, calorie counting doesn't have to be long term, as in you don't have to meticulously count all the little calories in your diet every single day, right? But it is a good kind of frame of reference and a good starting point for you, because once you do this, even for just a couple weeks, you will have a vast understanding of all the calories that exist in a lot of the foods that you eat consistently, okay? It gives you an idea on the calories of food, and once you do that, you can kind of say, okay, I know that roughly there's this amount of calories in this meal, and roughly there's amount of this calories in this meal, and roughly this is how many calories I need to eat in a day for my specific goals. And then you just go from there. You live your life and realize the knowledge you've gained from building a little bit of calorie counting base will set you up for the rest of your life. So let's talk about the calories in macronutrients, and this is what food is comprised of. So protein has 4 calories per gram, and protein is also very satiating and very important when it comes to building muscle. So it helps to keep you full, and it helps to maintain lean mass and build lean mass. So incredibly important, and why protein is important for both dieting and losing weight and gaining weight. Carbs also have the same amount of calories per gram as protein, but they're not as satiating, right? A cup of rice, let's say, versus a cup of chicken breast, right? One's going to be a lot more calories in it because the carbs are usually more calorie dense, as in the amount of food in that you get from that bulk of food. 1 cup of rice, for example, is much more dense in calories than that cup of chicken breast, even though they have the same calories per gram. Fat is extremely calorie dense or nutrient dense. 9 calories per gram. If you take that same cup and fill it with peanut butter, you're talking about maybe 2,000 calories in that cup of food, versus a cup of chicken is, I don't know, maybe like 100 calories. Cup of rice is probably about 200, 250 calories. Insane stuff. Alcohol, 7 calories per gram. Now, foods that are really easy to overeat on, junk foods, stay with me here, pay close attention, are high in usually both carbs and fat together. And this is what makes them really delicious, really tasty. And then you add in a little bit of sodium in that as well. Oh man, that's like a potato chip with dip. Bunch of carbs, bunch of fat all together, bunch of salt all together. Tastes so good, right? I'm just mouth watering thinking about it right now. And also very low in fiber. You could literally eat a bag of chips with some dip, no problem. And the amount of calories in that is incredible. To put in perspective, let's look at an example more specifically. So if we want to have 400 calories of a food, let's look at Pop-Tarts. So 2 Pop-Tarts, or a sleeve of Pop-Tarts, has 400 calories in it. 400 calories in 2 Pop-Tarts. If you think about it, there's not a lot of fiber, they're really high in carbs, decently high in fat, not super high in fat, but really high in carbs, really low in fiber. 13 ounces of chicken breast. This is almost a pound of chicken breast. Has 400 calories. Could you eat a pound of chicken breast in one sitting? I know I can, but I really enjoy it. Not a lot of people can. 400 calories is in 13 cups of broccoli. Let that sink in. 13 cups of broccoli. Who's eating that? 400 calories. Or how about 4 tablespoons of peanut butter? So you take a big scoop out with a big spoon and another big spoon out, and likely that is probably about 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. I could eat 4 tablespoons of peanut butter incredibly easily, and I just thinking about it, yeah, 400 calories. So let's think about it even in the Pop-Tart example. You take those 4 tablespoons of peanut butter, put it on those Pop-Tarts, you have 800 calories. And that's like zero food. Versus if I ate 13 ounces of chicken breast and 13 cups of broccoli, my stomach would explode. So this is just one of many examples of how powerful it is to know the calories of food and realizing that the junk foods, why they are so easy to gain weight on is not because they're junk foods, it's because they are high in calories because they are low in fiber and high in carbs and fats. Important when you are eating out, important when you are shopping at the store. Pay attention to those nutrition labels and you will gain an unfair advantage on the rest of the world on your dieting journey.